guys, welcome back to my channel SAP PPQM. So today we are going to discuss about production version. In last session we have discussed about creation of routing, work center and bill of material. In this session I am going to discuss about production version. So production version is nothing but it is a combination of bill of material and routing. For making final product, one final product, if we have more than one BOM and routing, in that case we are using the production version. So if I say in simple form, so Tata Punch is one car. So Tata Punch having different variants. So the final product is Tata Punch, but they have different variants. In some variant you don't get some features. In other variant you will get good features. So in that case, what we need to use a production version in SAP. So what will happen by creating the production version? The final product will be same, but the different components will be carried out. So in that case we use the production version. So that is why we say it is a combination of bill of material and routing. For making one product, if we have more than one BOM, in that case we are using a production version. So the production version T code is C223, or MM02. In MRP 4 view also we can directly create a production version. So in the search option, if we go to MM02, enter. So suppose I will take our component like bike FG, electric bike, FG, enter. So in MRP4 view, continue. I have selected only one view, MRP4, and plant is 1000, enter. So here you can see the production version indicator is there. So if you click here you can give testing the version, valid from date. You can give from when this production version is valid. I will give January month, and it should be valid to this date. And double click here. So here you need to give routing. If I click F4, continue. So you can see there are two different routings are available for this product. So the manufacturing process will be same, but the BOM will be assigned different. For this routing the BOM will be different, for this routing the BOM will be different. So in that case we will use for which material component and which routing level where the component is going to be assembled. So in that case we are choosing this routing in the production version. So suppose if I choose this one, and here if we click on F4, here we don't have any different alternative BOM. So I am giving this one and check. First we need to check this one. So for creating a production version, the main thing we need to keep in mind while creating a production version, first one is the routing and bill of material should be valid date. It should not be like deleted, or it should not be suppose if I give here 10th of month 2023, and if I click on check, what is here, you can see it is giving a warning that date of production version does not match to alternative BOM. So it means we are creating the production version before the BOM creation date. So before creating the production version we need to keep in mind that the routing and bill of material should be validate, and both bill of material and routing should not be deleted status. Okay, so currently I will giving this. Okay, so here you can see we'll get an error, so that is why we need to give the current valid date. So continue. Suppose we can check back, so you can see the status is showing as a green, so it should, the status should be green. If it is red means you have done something mistake. Okay, okay, now we have created the production. So this is one way. Okay, this is one way to create a production version, and another way is, I will delete this one. Okay, continue, save. So another way is /n cs, sorry, C223. This is one more T code to create a production version. Click enter. So you can see the production version mass processing. Here you also you need to enter material, client, okay, key date, and task list type as a routing. So here if you click F4 you will get the routing for this material and combination, plant combination. Okay, now click on enter. So here again you can give the material and production version as a test, valid from date 2024 31/12/99. Okay, lot size you can give, okay. Short text, testing the version. So you see when I click on save, the production version get created. Okay, but in this case I am not going to create any production version because I have created only one routing and one bill of material, so there is no use of creating production version. So if we have more than one form, more than one routing, in that case we are going to use production version. Okay, okay, so that is production version. Now we need to enter the planning. Okay, so how the planning is going to create in SAP I will show you. So we have created the master data. Okay, now the planning will be done by sales department or marketing. So MD61 is a T code where we need to enter the plan independent requirements. So plan independent requirements means we are giving the requirements to the final product for this month. Okay, so you can give day wise as well. Okay, day wise, week wise, weekly basis. If you want the production should happen weekly basis, daily format. So based on that format you can give the planning. So I will give day wise, enter. So for today's date, okay, so today is here why it is showing 12th date means factory calendar is for 1000 plant, for 10th and 11th is a holiday. So for 12th date we are giving a planning. Okay, I will give one quantity. Click on save, enter. So the planning is created. So MD61 is to create a PIRs. Okay, once the planning is created, so we need to check the requirements in MD04. So the T code for requirements is stock requirement list is /n MD04. So MD04 is a T code and /n is to go back to original screen. Okay, so here you can see the stock requirement list. You can see the electric bike FG. Hit enter. So you can see the one quantity independent requirements is generated. Okay, so here also you can see this material procurement type, everything. If you, this is the option. Okay, collapse header details. So here you can see the MRP controller, purchasing group, procurement type, strategy. Okay, all these options will be available here. Lot size, data. So now once the planning is created, okay, once the demand is updated in MD61, we need to run the MRP. So MRP is material requirement planning, guys. Okay, so MD02 is a T code for planning run. Okay, when I enter this electric bike FG, then what will happen? First it will, when we run the MRP, it will calculate the net requirement planning and it will explore the bill of material. Then it will generate the order proposals to all the components which are available inside this final product. Okay, so I will enter, hit enter. Okay, you can see these are the products which are available inside the final product. So I want to show one more thing here, guys. I don't want to save. So these are the processing key. Okay, so in SAP there are three different type of processing key. One is regenerative planning, one is net change planning origin, another is net change for total origin. Okay, so regenerative planning means the system will consider all the materials which are having planning files. Okay, so if any changes like net change indicator and planning origin indicator, so whether any indicator is there in planning file entries, this regenerative planning will be considered. Okay, in net change indicator, so in net change planning what will happen, it will consider those material which are having net change indicator in the planning file entries. Okay, so when the planning file entries will be created, when we do any changes in material master, so at that time only the planning file entries get created. So for those material, this net change processing key will be considered. Okay, so that is why mainly all companies will use net change for planning origin. Sorry, net change for total origin. Every company is going to use. So net change indicator, and these are the options we need to give, like create purchase requisitions. Okay, so if you see this one, in the sense it is purchase requisitions. Suppose if any procurement material is there, then it will create purchase requisition. And delivery and schedule lines, MRP list, it will create the MRP list when we execute the planning. And if planning mode is 3, means delete and recreate the planning data. Suppose for this material if any plan order is created, so in that case, if we want to do, if we have done any changes, okay, so if you want to generate the new order proposals, then you need to again rerun the MRP. So in that case you need to give this planning mode as 3. So what will it will do, it will delete and recreate the planning. Okay, so now hit enter. So if you see, the order proposals is created for final product, semi-finished product and raw material. So if when I save this one, what will happen, it will generate the plan order for procurement type E and purchase requisition for procurement type F. Okay, so if we check here, if I refresh, you can see, as I mentioned, if the procurement type is E, then it will create plan order. And suppose if I want to see order report, okay, pegged requirement. So pegged requirement means For final product, how many semi-finished are there, how many raw material are there, that data, that tree we can see in the pegged requirement hidden overview tree. Okay, so here you can see for SFG also it is created plan order, and for raw material it is created purchase requisition. So once the MRP is carried out, the procurement team, what they will do, they will convert the purchase requisition into PO. Okay, they will convert the PR to PO. PO in the sense purchase order. So once they converted the purchase order, so PR to PO, they will do goods received for this purchase order. Okay, so when they do goods received for the purchase order, the purchase requisition will converted into the stock. Okay, so I will show you that one also. So I will go back. Suppose if I open another screen here, /n. Okay, /n in the sense it will go to main screen. Okay, so MD04 I will show you for SFG also. Enter. So you can see here one quantity plan order is there. Suppose MD04 for raw material. So here also we can see the purchase requisition generated. So one more thing we need to observe here. Suppose I want to, what I will do, I will delete the PAR and I will show you again. Okay, so go to change mode, FT, enter. So I will delete this one, save. I will rerun the MRP, MD02, enter, save. So if I refresh, you can see the stock again goes to 0. Okay, for FG also the stock again goes to 0. So as I mentioned that delete and recreate the MRP is there, right? So how it will work I will show again. So I will give the demand again, MD61 FG product, one quantity, save, MD02. So this is how the planning mode 3 is carried out. Okay, so if suppose if any demand is reduced or increased, okay, so in that case what we need to give is like 3 we need to give. So what will happen when we give 3? So it will delete the current data and recreate the plan. So that is why we mentioned that delete and recreate planning data. The planning mode should be 3. So if I hit enter, okay, save, so it will generate the purchase requisitions again. So plan order. So for plan order it is generated. Suppose if you see it is this one, this screen is previous screen. Okay, previous SFG material. So now the plan order number is different. If I click on refresh, it is changed to another number. So that is what delete and recreate. Okay, so in today's session we have discussed about production version. So the T code for production version is C223 or MM02 MRP 4V. Okay, so we have discussed about master data and we have discussed about planning also. Okay, planning, so we can say planning execution. So T code is MD61 for create MD61, for change MD62, and for display MD63. And we have discussed about processing key. So one is regenerative planning, second one is net change in planning horizon, third one is net change in total horizon. Okay, so in next session we will discuss about production execution process. Okay, how the production order is created, how the PR is converted into PO, how we are making the PO to stock, and how the confirmation is carried out. So all this process we will discuss in next session. Okay, so thank you guys, thanks for watching SAP PPQM channel.